This is Made for More Living with Johnny Jennings. Online at madeformorerealty.com.
So it was a busy weekend for the Made for More Realty group. And one of the reasons why is we had just some listings just pop off, a lot of interest, a lot of activity. And the main reason why these houses had so much activity on it is because they listened to us.
Right.
They listened to us. They let us run the marketing plan, our proven process. It works. We've sold thousands of houses doing this, and they just let us use it. But so, for example, on one of them, we went live Thursday. We had showings, Thursday night. We had showings Friday, and then Saturday we could just see on our showing tool scheduler that we use, like just stacking up before the open house. Mm-hmm. Then it was madhouse during the open house, and then you could see just a bunch of showings after the open house. Well, it was a
beautiful weather. People want to get out, shop.
But I mean, there's other homes on the market that people could look at, but for whatever reason, we had 45 private showings. So that's not in the open house. And then the agent that held the house open, she said there were over 40 groups that came through. So over 90 different potential sets of buyers walked through this house in one day.
Where was this home?
Fair Oaks.
Fair Oaks. And what was so special about it?
What was special is, it is somewhat of a desirable neighborhood, but it's not super desirable. Like, it's not like this elite neighborhood.
Right.
It's an entry-level price point. It's a single-story home.
It's an older home. Do you know what year?
Older home. Yeah. I want to say the 70s.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and it hadn't been updated.
No, really. So people are looking for a bargain. Is that basically what you think was happening?
So what happened was real quick side note. The first agent to show the house on Saturday morning lost the key. He lost the key, and then there's like this massive swell.
So you just got to leave the house open then all day.
But then eventually someone's got to lock it up, or if there's any if there's any lull in between the showings, is one agent going to stand around to the next? He doesn't know who's coming or when.
They couldn't find the key, huh?
He ended up finding it. It ended up being a huge it was a thing.
You can't leave till you find the key.
At 8 o'clock, he did not. Other agents will. But kudos to that gentleman. He did find the key and stay until it was figured out. But should I forget? So what we did was we had the inspection work done, right? So we had all the inspections that we could provide buyers for up front. You've heard me talk about this before, so that way we can certify the home as a certified pre-owned home.
Right.
Then they had it deep cleaned. Then after it was cleaned, then we had our stager come out and stage the property. And even though it's a 1970s build with dated appliances, dated flooring, dated everything.
Really?
You bring in modern furniture. It helps spruce up the property. And then they asked me, Johnny, what do you think we should price it at? And I said, hey, if you want to test it, go here. If you want to be aggressive, go here. I'm like, well, we trust your judgment. What would you do if it was your house?
First question, real quick. Who are the homeowners? Were they looking to move to another area, upgrade, move out of town? What was their motivation for selling the house?
Yeah, so it was their parents' property.
Oh, okay. So they wanted to sell their parents' property.
Yeah, and so one family member lives locally and another lives out of state.
Okay.
Yeah. And so they were just selling.
So they were somewhat motivated to get this thing sold.
Well, they've been working on this now. When somebody dies, because I'm going through this right now with my grandparents, it's not just, put the house on the market. You have to clear it out. You have to get that property ready. There's all these other trust estate type things you have to do.
Right.
So they've been working on this for nearly a year. And they hope to begin the process sooner, but here we are.
There you go. Okay.
And so they listened to us and they said, Johnny, we want to net the most amount of money possible. What is it you would do if this was your house? And I told them. And, lo and behold, I thought we would have good turnouts.
What did you tell them?
Oh, I told
them. Did you price it aggressively?
Yeah, so I told them to price it using, so what we use is we use buyer brackets. So basically it's how people search online. At her price point, it's typically over $25,000. So $450 or less, $450 or less, $425 or less, $500 or less.
Right.
So I said, hey, this is the best buyer bracket for you. And
you said it was an entry level price, correct?
Yeah. So
which
we listed
what was
$499.
$499.
Yeah.
And how many square feet?
I don't have all the details pulled up in front of me. But is
it like a 3 and 2?
It was a 4-2 house, but it was like really small. It wasn't, the rooms weren't like massive. Again, had
no upgrades.
No upgrades.
Original appliances and all that.
Like those older houses, you walk in and you flip the light on, but the light's a lamp. right? It's not.
Right.
It's not a light fixture.
Correct.
And so you walk in this house without the furniture and stuff in it. You flip a light on. It's dark. It's very dim.
Right.
And so, anyways, we just got. They listened to us, and so we had the home inspection.
Just listen.
We had it deep cleaned. We had the staging done, and then they listened to our pricing strategy. And now they were gonna. So my goal was to get them $525, $530. We priced it at $499. We're probably gonna get them much more than that. Like we had multiple offers above $550.
That's crazy.
And they're ecstatic. And just so we know, yes, there are comps in the neighborhood that have sold for $600, $650, but these are like turnkey properties.
Right.
These are somebody who bought them probably for $450, $470, put 60 to 70 grand into them.
Yeah.
And then made a profit. Nothing wrong with making a profit, but now we're getting close in a market that's slowing down. We're getting close to these rehab type level prices, because we created so much interest and activity, and people are like, well, what's an extra 5,000? I'll bump it another 5. What's another 10? I'll bump it another 10. They've bought into the process. They're emotionally invested, but you don't get somebody emotionally invested unless they've been in the property or unless they think that they can have it. And now they might not
Correct.
get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a huge psychological process that goes on that people just don't understand. And I get it, because you haven't sold a house in a while, if ever. It's been 7 to 10 years. We sell a house on average every 3 days. So we know this process works, but if you haven't walked through it, it's scary.
So absolutely. So to play that psychological game is what you're doing, right? There's still that fear factor that homeowners have. And well, what if there's no high demand? Then all of a sudden I'm going to lose all this money. And, is that what it is? They're just afraid. They don't trust the system. They don't trust how this psychological game works in creating demand.
Correct.
That raises the price.
Yeah. So they're worried that if they start too low, they're going to leave money on the table.
Yeah.
But what they don't understand, and sellers just don't understand, is that if you start too high, you're almost guaranteed to leave money on the table. Because you're going to start too high, you're not going to get any interest, and you're going to come down, you're going to get maybe some interest, then you're going to come down again, and then you'll get somebody that comes in and offers way lower than what you're currently listed at. They're the only offer on the table. You feel like you have to take it because you haven't any offers in 90 days.
Right.
And versus flipping the script, and now you're in the driver's seat. And I even walk into people's houses almost on a daily basis, and I say, hey, look, here's what the houses are selling for. Here's the sales price, the list price. If it's over 100%, then that means the house sold for above the list price. It sold for more than what the seller was asking for. And I will show them examples in their neighborhood of how houses were priced at a certain price point and they sold for more. So just because it's priced at a specific number doesn't mean the house can't sell for more than that number. Just because it's priced at $499 doesn't mean it can't sell for $550, right? Similar to if it's priced at $650 doesn't mean it can't sell for $600.
Yeah.
But people just don't understand. It's really scary to them. But the results show. I mean, go on to Google. Go on Google, check us out. If we were doing bad business, you would see it, right? We have over 1,000 5-star reviews, more than anybody in the area.
Right. And you can always say no, right?
And you can always say no, right? If you don't like the offers, you can always say no. But what ends up happening is if you start high, there's nothing to say no to. There's nothing to say no to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a death of 1,000 cuts. And in today's market, prices are falling. And so if you start high, you're burning days, you're losing leverage, and it's like trying to catch a falling knife. And so maybe the house was worth $600, you started at $625, and now you drop it to $600. Well, now maybe the house is worth $585.
Right.
And so now you've lost $15,000 because you didn't price it correctly out the gate.
Yeah.
So if you want to learn more, if you want a private one-on-one session with me, I will come out, meet you at your property. We will walk it. It does not take long. I will give you tips on how to get the home ready, whether you're looking to sell now or in the next, 3 years. I can give you pointers on how to get that home show ready so you are prepared to go to the market.
And what's great is the example that you just gave. They didn't have to do, obviously you did the inspections, right? And you did a deep clean, but they weren't upgrading the appliances. They weren't upgrading the flooring and all of that in order to get a great price for their home. And so imagine if you can save all of that time and money in doing that and still get a good price for your home. I mean, that's a lot of work if you're going to go through all the repairs and the time and the investment. I mean, what a relief. And
just hit the easy button.
Yeah.
Just go to madeformorerealty.com. Give us a call. I hate it when people, contact us and they've spent a lot of money on things that aren't going to move the needle.
Right.
Don't throw your money away. Don't waste it. Just go to madeformorerealty.com and I'll tell you exactly how to position your property so it sells for top dollar.